Hit me again, Daddy.
Welcome to Games Overboard. I'm PJ.
I'm Dan. I'm gonna kill you, PJ.
Whoa.
We're off to a great start.
Careful the words you
You're
use.
such a dick.
Language. First 2 minutes. Holy
Oh,
cow.
well, hold on a second. Dick, come on.
Whoa.
I could be calling him Richard for all you know.
It's not my
Quit
name.
being a Richard.
There you go. That's better.
You dick.
Look at you using your Games Overboard merch as you do your recording.
Darn too.
I mean, I would, but someone never gave me a glass.
You didn't ask for one.
I thought it was just assumed.
You don't drink beer.
So I drink other stuff. Like liquid.
He's got the ginger beer right now.
I do. But not real
Yeah.
ginger beer.
Get off our podcast.
You've got your own to haunt.
Or put some headphones on and talk about this game because you hated it last time.
Oh, she hated it? Then she cannot be a part of this.
Hated
I'm
this
Angie.
game.
Anyway, what
Okay,
we just
Angie.
played was the Chronicles of
I've never
Crime.
played that game.
Yes, we played Chronicles of Crime.
Yeah.
I've literally never played that game.
We took it to the beach. We played it.
You can't solve a mystery at a beach.
Who
No
did
one
we play it
cares. Unless it's like
It was
really in
Yumi
front
and
of you.
Jack.
Oh, that's why.
It's the one where you scan all the QR codes.
That's probably why I hated it.
That's definitely why you hated it.
I have
You
no
complain
idea.
about it all the time.
Anyway,
Damn, what do you think of this game?
I thought this game was pretty
What
awesome.
game
Right.
are you reviewing?
Oh my
We said the
God.
name twice, woman.
Okay.
I can't.
No,
I just can't.
no.
I'm gonna do this.
John Garcia, if you're listening right now.
We'd really like to have you back. That was awesome.
Yes, actually, my new trophy came in, so thank you.
Oh, yeah, it looks awesome.
Yes.
I am excited to play this again so I can kick his butt and be the first to drink a shot out of it.
Yep, got some TGA shirts.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get a selfie with those on.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Anyways, Chronicles of Crime. For those
Yes.
who don't know, it's a mystery, deduction, investigation game.
Yeah, yeah. you're-
Kind of a murder mystery, but it's so much more
Well, I
than
mean,
a
so
murder mystery.
there are numerous scenarios. Of course, we did one that was 3 parts long, and we only did 2 out of the 3 because it was
Heavy.
holy crap. That's a nice way of putting it.
This is not a happy fun time game.
No, I don't think all the alcohol
Wow.
in the world could make this fun. Look, I could make a snide joke and probably make us laugh and not take it seriously, but
Oh, we can make some snide jokes, yeah, but
it
dang.
doesn't. It doesn't take away the fact that holy friggin' crap, child abduction / murder and organ trafficking.
Yup.
Wow.
Yep. First time we played, that Shanna doesn't remember.
Of course,
Uh,
even though she complains about
we
it.
couldn't solve
What
anything.
year was it?
So-
What beach was it?
This was our the good beach house we were at 2 years ago.
Nope, she was too drunk to remember.
Probably actually.
I don't
Well,
know.
no, I don't know.
Okay,
But I
now
was
she's
also running
thinking.
on no sleep because Alex was waking up every 3 stinking hours. So
Smoke is emanating from her ears as she's trying to remember.
I think the game design for this is genius.
Oh, definitely.
That everything is very generic because
remember
it's
it now.
multi-purpose.
Oh my god, now she remembers it. Holy friggin' crap.
The design is great in that everything
Oh,
is
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
generic
that's
looking.
what it
Like
is.
there's just a card with a man's face on it.
Sometimes the faces are pretty gnarly.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
there are QR codes on it, and so depending on the scenario and the story you're in, that person could be any number of things.
Right. Like just some random guy was our what was it?
Our chief.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, so this is a UK game. Even though this comes from Lucky Duck Games, which is in Poland. A lot
It's
of the
just
stuff-
set in the UK,
It's just
yeah.
set in the UK. So you're working with Scotland Yard, and you're a detective. And I like this. Even on the back of the box, it says, "No need to read the rules."
That's really true.
It is.
I haven't played this game in 2 years, and I'm like, I'll just start scanning things, scanning QR codes and see what happens here.
What you do, you just go, okay, here's what we have, and let's start putting things together.
Yep.
So I want to start off by saying that it is really, really simple to play. It's really simple to learn.
Mm-hmm. It's literally just scanning QR codes with some kind of technology, whether it's an iPad or a phone or
so
whatever.
This is one of those games that it does need the app with it.
Yep.
To play properly, or actually to play at all.
Yep.
But we've played these kinds of games before, and that doesn't really put a damper for me on the game. I can see how some people would be turned off from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, but it just makes it so versatile.
Yeah. So let's go through how the game runs real quick. You're given a crime scene. So you scan that location with your QR code. And then the first thing you usually want to do is investigate the crime scene.
Right.
And now this, if you have like one of those VR headsets for your phone, you can put it on, or alternatively, you can just hold the phone up in front of you, and you have to actually look around the crime scene.
You have to move 360 degrees.
And the whole time, you are calling things out of what you see. Like, I see bottles, I see a camera, I see computer, I see this.
I see blood, I see footprints, and if you're working with somebody else...
They're going through this deck of cards, pulling out whatever they can.
Exactly. So this can be played solo, or can be played up to 4 people.
I mean, really, it could be more than that too, but it just kind of gets unwieldy.
I'm sure it gets unwieldy after that. So if you have more than one person, definitely work as a team. So one person can call out what they're seeing, the other person, like we did, can go through the deck of these things and find out exactly what's going on. And of course, it isn't always like a one and done type of deal. You can then pass it off to your friend or your partner, and they can look at the crime scene themselves, so they can see exactly what's going on.
You're pulling things out. Angie's friend is coming down the stairs.
Oh my god! After you get all of these things done, after you're investigating the crime scene, of course, you can take these cards out and scan them, and you can get an idea of what did I pull out the correct card?
Yeah,
because you will pick up the wrong card. It happens. We've done it.
And there could be people at the crime scene. You can talk to them about the cards. You can also call in specialists.
Yes. You do have
look at the stuff.
You do have a team of specialists with you. You've got your forensics doctor.
There's a medical doctor. There's a hacker.
Hacker.
And a criminologist.
Yes.
And so the criminologist will give you insight on like how to approach people and how to question them, or what you could question them about. Right.
We didn't use him as much. We probably should have.
Yeah, because the one time we did, we got some pretty good advice.
Yeah, we got some really good advice, and we really should have...
We were not good at... Well...
No, so I'm going to say right now...
We faked it until we could make it.
And even then, we still sucked.
I mean, well, yes and no, but we stumbled our way, and we got 90%.
That's the thing. We stumbled our way through it, like we could connect the dots.
We're like John and Dave from John Dies at the End. We bumbled our way to the finish line. I don't want to know which one of us is which. Was that make me John? I don't know.
By the way, for our listeners, if you haven't read it, I highly suggest picking up the John Dies at the End series.
All 4 of them.
All 4 of them. Good. They are fantastic books.
Moving on.
Yeah, you can get them in the at the Google Play Store or books.
Yep.
Definitely Kindles, whatever you guys want to use. Definitely read them. They're great.
Yep. Anyways, back to the game. So you collect evidence and everything, and when you think you're ready to solve the case, you go to Scotland Yard and you make your suggestion. And it asks you, like, why, where, how, blah, 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 all the motives.
What was the murder weapon, if there's a murder? What what ties this person to this?
And every time...
Oh, my God, I'm being stabbed right now.
Every time it asks you a question, you just answer it by scanning a card. Like, what was the murder weapon? Well, you just scan the card of what you think the murder weapon was.
Who did it? I think it was this guy.
Yep, you scan that card.
And we really, fumbled our way through the first one. The second one... I'm still surprised we got as much right as we did.
That was a blind guess for a lot of it. Well, we had an idea, we just didn't know why or how.
So I feel like an absolute idiot because it's a scenario in 3 parts, and I really should have put that together when we did our second case, because we're going through and I'm like, oh yeah, oh maybe we'll come back to like the stuff in the first case later, and like maybe the next the next case we're solving. And as we're playing it, we both did it. We're like, oh no, oh my god, these two go together, holy crap. And it it's like, well, you idiot, of course, because it's the same scenario.
Just a different part.
It's just a different part of the scenario, you friggin' idiot.
The worst was when we saw the solution, and there was one clue that we just
completely overlooked. It was a why did we overlook the stupid man, we would be horrible detectives.
Yeah.
Horrible detectives.
Well, I mean, also...
And my hero was Batman, the world's greatest detective.
But the thing is, we got most of it right. So we... So in real life, we would just, like, come up with the solution, be like, it was so-and-so because, with this and here and here. And everyone would be like, wow, they're geniuses. And we're like, I don't freaking know how the heck we did this.
Did you see the Scotland Yard? We go, that's great, detective. How'd you figure that out?
Secret. That is a secret
observation, Inspector. I see things other people don't. That was a TV show. Psych.
Yep.
I feel that's how we'd go through it if this was real.
Oh yeah. Components.
The components are simple. You get a stack of cards that have basically your people. So that could be anything from your victims to your coworkers, to suspects, right? You've got 3 little, they're not little, they're actually bigger, little cards here. 3 bigger cards that give you your locations. Oh, there's more than 3 on those.
Yeah.
I was talking about the your forensic team.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
That you can always go back to if you're stuck on something or if you want to get more information.
Yeah, there's 12 locations or so you can go to?
Yeah. And of course, all of this is around London, which is pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah, it's really neat. Really good. Just the ability to look around too. We didn't realize that there were other places we can investigate as well, and physically look around.
We should have done that more next time.
Jeez,
next time, because we still have to finish this case.
Yeah, I really love there's one game board, and it's just it just folds down the middle, so it's just a one-fold board, and it's a place to lay out all of your evidence and suspects.
Right, all of your clues.
And just, there were several times we just leaned back and stared at it in silence.
Yeah.
The same way you see in any cop drama and all that.
I told PJ what we needed to do was put up a board there that had the string and the thumbtacks going from thing to thing to thing. Because that's really...
Because that's the feeling you get when you're playing this game.
This guy is connected to this guy here, and he's connected to this organization here, and this is doing this, and this, and this, and this. And, God, again, we had everything right, but if you asked us exactly why and told us on a test, provide evidence, we'd be like, oh!
This guy did it. Why?
Because he looks suspicious, and I don't like his ugly face.
And so-and-so said a bad thing about him.
Exactly. I have it on good evidence, and by that I mean that guy down the street who I just found.
These men are geniuses. Get them a medal.
We need a trophy.
We need a trophy.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of Forrest Gump. Damn it, Gump, why'd you put that gun together so fast? Because you told me to, Drill Sergeant. You must be a genius.
All right, that's it. We are the Bubba Gump Industries of investigations. So, what works for this game?
Okay,
let's go into that.
What really works for this game is just how simple it is. I mean, really, it is a simple game to just lay things out, and you literally follow exactly what your device tells you.
You're left to your own devices.
Thank you, Angie. We are left to our own devices. That's scary when you think about it.
I love the versatility of the cards. There's so many downloadable missions you can get, and you don't need to buy any extra pieces.
No, you just buy the new scenarios, which can be... Well, they didn't look very expensive at all. I mean, I think the highest one we saw was $5.
Yep, and there were a couple $3 ones.
Right, so not bad. I mean, it's better to buy this and then keep doling out a couple of bucks at a time instead of
especially when this base game is like, I think I paid $25.
Really?
So yeah, so I love how, like, you know, a woman, like card number 10 on the back of the box here could be, you know, the victim in one scene, but then the suspect in another scenario,
right, another completely
or a
different
friend
scenario.
of a victim in one,
Right.
So I love the versatility of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and you do get quite a few people cards. You get about 50 of them, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, just under 50,
50-ish?
like in the 40s.
I think it stopped at 50.
Maybe.
Anyway, like,
You know, the game's
thereabouts.
right here. We can take a look.
Do we want to? Yeah,
No. Oh, here, 55 character cards. Look at that. It's all
Oh,
right
look
on
at-
the
hey,
box.
Jeez. Well,
Now you just don't know how to read.
Yeah.
oh no, it's not. I don't know how to.
No,
read.
this
I
is-
just bother.
We're just
I don't
terrible
bother.
investigators.
We are horrible investigators.
The evidence is right here. 17 location boards. 4 forensic contact boards.
One rule book.
Yep. Lots of evidence cards. What do you think of the artwork?
I thought the artwork was pretty neat. So it's not cartoonish by any means, but it's not super realistic. It's very caricature.
Yeah. I agree
Very,
with that.
very caricature-esque, which is pretty cool because you still, I mean, in our scenario, we ran into some rather
Interesting looking people.
Let's just call it like it is. We ran into some trashy people, like really trashy people. You could tell just by like, oh man, look at that guy.
Yeah. I will say, so like something that simultaneously fits in the what works and what doesn't work category is the artwork. Because first off, it's really good.
Oh yeah.
I like it, especially the locations. I don't know if you like looked at the location cards.
Oh, the location cards look great.
Really good. The artwork in the app is really good. The characters are really good. But on the what doesn't work scale is almost every card, even the innocent people, we look at the card and we're like, oh, whoa.
Oh yeah.
We're like, oh man.
Oh yeah. No,
that's a goofy looking person right there.
So yeah. So what's really cool about this is if you miss something like we did both times, is you can see exactly what happened. You can read exactly how the case went down.
The solution tells you beat by beat.
And it's great.
What, where, why.
What I thought was great was doing that solution and we're going, oh my god, we were right. Oh, that's what we missed. Oh, but we were right. And of course, we did, in that second part, we completely missed somebody. I didn't even mention them. We just flew right by them.
Yeah, somehow we never even heard of this one character.
And then that's when we pulled out the card and went, so who was it? Whoa! But some of it also does fit because in our first scenario, pardon me, my gosh, in our first scenario here for this, or our first part of the scenario, and we did a stakeout, and it said that, yeah, there was this really thin guy with messed up hair, and I'm like, oh, it's definitely this guy. Definitely, it's got to be. And sure enough, yeah, it was. Like he tried to throw. No, man, that wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, okay. Go to his apartment, like, dude, it was definitely him. This guy's such a dirtball. It's totally him.
As we move into that, what doesn't work? Anything that doesn't work for you? I know
the scanning, like.
Yeah, I know two things I can talk about. One is the QR scanning.
The QR scanning is like, yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, I got to do this again. And I thought it was funny. You constantly had trouble scanning it, and I took it and went, oh, hey, it works for me. Yeah, whatever, you know.
Yeah, turning on the auto scan option.
No, that's cool. that was really helpful.
Really
I'm glad we found that. But that QR thing is like, using the phone constantly has its downside.
Like, it's great because it's versatile, but at the same time, like, to talk to someone, first you have to scan the location they're at, then you have to scan them, and then they say, what do you want? And then you scan the card of what you want to talk about.
Right.
So that's 3 scans just to get one piece of information, where 5 years ago, that would have just been flip to a certain page in a book and read a paragraph.
Exactly. And yeah, here you just have to constantly do it.
And that I know is why Shanna hates this game. And a lot of people are turned off by it because what happens when the app is taken offline.
Right.
You know, this game is... So that's why I'm glad this game is cheap, because...
Yeah, it does have a shelf life.
Yeah, it has a shelf life, or, you know, as long as you have a phone or, you know, whatever with that app installed on it, you'll be fine. But as soon as that loses support,
yeah,
you're out of a game.
That's right.
Same
Yeah, so
with-
luckily it's not that expensive.
Yeah. Same with, you know, bigger app support games like Lord of the Rings,
Right.
Mansions of Madness, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And
you
when
just-
it comes to that kind of stuff, I really do hope that these companies do, whether it be online, gives you a PDF, or, you know, that you can print out, or...
Yeah,
you
I
can
think it
order a
would just
book.
be, you know, you just have to find those files, you know, hosted
Right.
on some other site and just download them.
Right.
Yeah, you can do that with like Flappy Bird. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, that game hasn't. That game's been taken off the market for like 10 years now, but you can still download the
completely
game.
forgot about that game.
Right.
But yeah, like, hopefully that kind of stuff will come, you know, you'll have that option to do it with a book or something like that.
Yep. So yeah, the scanning, the app dependency is definitely a downfall for some people.
Mm-hmm.
The price negates that a little bit for me. Well, actually, a lot for me. Where the more expensive games, that's definitely more of a worry. You know, like when we eventually do our Mansions of Madness review, that's definitely going to be something we'll talk about a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Is the app dependency there. Because that's $100 game, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And
So that's for a whole different episode, though.
Right.
But yeah, another thing is just the topic, you know, because like this is a very serious game. Like,
Oh my god, this goes into dark corners that
this
I
is
did not
dark.
expect.
This is really dark.
I did not expect it to take this dark of a turn.
The first time we played this 2 years ago at the beach, we didn't solve like any of it. And so it's like, you didn't solve the crime. This person is still missing. You know, like maybe you'll find them in the future, but your chances have just gotten slimmer. And we're like, oh, great. Like, I feel so much better right now.
We are completely inept at our jobs. A guy just got, let free. Who else is next?
So yeah, you want to play this game when you want to solve a lot of logic puzzles, not when you want to have like fun, quote unquote. You know, like it is a fun game. It's a lot of fun, but it's not happy haha. Like
It's not a let's goof around
Yeah.
and play game. It's a game where you have to buckle down and go.
yeah,
Okay, let's do this.
it's like watching
CSI.
CSI or even like the Mel Gibson movie Ransom.
Oh, yeah.
Or any of those kind of movies, you know, where it's like just tense the whole time and everything, and like that's a lot how this game feels.
That's the funny thing is like
It's a great time, but you
Yeah.
come out of it just like, I need a breath of fresh air.
like so for this
I need to get out.
That's what I was expecting. Honestly, I was expecting like it's like a new version of Clue. Like, oh yeah, cool. All right, we do this, and we're playing, and it was about the time that we got to the missing children, the child abduction. That's where I was like, oh no.
Yeah, well, it started as a murder, and we're like,
Oh no!
It's
that sucks. But yeah, lady, we'll avenge you. We'll get you. And like, oh yeah, missing child. That's when really like, oh no.
it's well, this took a turn.
Ooh, do we have any more alcohol?
I love the built-in timer too. So like every time you do anything, move somewhere, talk to someone, investigate something, it takes time away from your investigation.
So for those of you who are playing in the United States, this is a very world-centric game in the way of time. So you will not be using the American standard 12-hour clock. This is a 24-hour clock system. So if you get confused when you're looking at the clock, it's whatever time you think it is plus 12.
Yep.
That's how you get your 24-hour system.
Yep. So what was a good takeaway moment from your gameplay?
I gotta say the whole thing, as soon as we hit that halfway point in the first part of that scenario,
The plot twist.
the plot twist.
Because then everything feels so much more urgent.
It does, and I think that's when we got a little more serious with the game, and that's when it felt like, holy crap, this is, I need a flashlight, it's so dark.
Yeah. I really like that, and I just really love I really love reading the solution at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And just being like, well, that's why I thought it was so-and-so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I knew it was that guy, I just didn't know why.
Yeah, I do like that solution.
Yeah.
The being able to read how everything fits together.
It doesn't make you feel dumb.
No.
Like, I was telling you about Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, where, like, Sherlock's just like, you're such an idiot. I solved this case in 3 turns.
And it took you 50.
Yeah.
Elementary, my dear Watson, even though I never really said that in any of the books.
Yeah. And the worst part is, like, in that game, you deduct points for every turn you make.
Oh,
and
no.
everything. And so, your score is, like, always incredibly low compared to Sherlock's score. And so it just makes you feel like an idiot.
I have to play that game. I feel like an idiot most days anyway. So.
Yeah. This game, we still felt like an idiot. The whole time we're like, we suck at this.
Well,
we kept saying it over and over. We suck at this.
We're horrible detectives, but the fact that we solved 2 out of the 3 scenarios with a 90% accuracy is just... Look, guys, if we can do it, you guys can do it too, okay? We're not rocket scientists. Let me say that again.
Science.
We're
not rocket
scientists. We're not smart people. That's what I'm trying to say.
As evidenced by the scientists.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go listen to my 80s music. She blinded me with science.
Oh, holy crap.
I worked an entire day before coming here, guys.
Dan, would you recommend this game?
Absolutely.
It is. Let me see how much it is on Amazon at this very moment. Does it change your opinion at all knowing that this is $40?
No, not at all.
Okay. You would still recommend?
I would still recommend. Even at a $40, you're still looking at you're $10 more expensive than your run-of-the-mill VR game with your headset. Mm-hmm. You are still $20 under your AAA
board
video
game
games,
or video game.
or board game.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have all these scenarios available to you at $5, the highest that we saw, down to like $2.
Yep.
I'd say, yeah, I'd buy it. I'd completely buy it for myself if I ever had the extra funds.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great game, especially if you just like solving crimes. If you like Hunt a Killer or murder mysteries or anything like that, like this game is definitely something you want to pick up and take a look at, because it'll be right up your alley for sure. And for $40 too, like the way I view price nowadays is, can I get $40 worth of fun out of this? Or or for more expensive games, like Gloomhaven, can I get $100 worth of fun out of this? And
if you haven't gotten $100 of fun out of Gloomhaven yet, PJ, I'm gonna say something's wrong.
I know, right? Even something as like a shorter game, like even Mantis, which we reviewed a couple of weeks ago, which was a $20 game.
Oh yeah,
and definitely got $20 worth of fun out of that game.
Oh yeah, and I'd like to play with a larger group as well. Mm-hmm. And I think this the Chronicles of Crime. I think if we had even one more person with us, I think it would have been just as enjoyable, if not more so. Because then you've got that extra person there to help. Like, wait, that sounds stupid.
Yeah,
let's do this.
I really like the 2-player aspect, because then we can just play off each other a whole lot. Where 1 player, I feel like you would lose. You wouldn't be able to figure things out as easily.
No, I don't think so at all. I think as a 1-player, I don't like the 1-player games as much as you do.
Yeah. And
as 1-player, I get bored. Like, I really get bored so easily. There's no denying I've got ADHD, thanks to my dad. I would get so bored Like,
Yeah.
you know what I do to fall asleep anymore, PJ? I turn on my TV and I watch YouTube and I watch videos and I go, wait, oh, hold on. There's an awesome video I wanted to watch. Out.
I can't do that.
That happens.
$40 game. Definitely like it. It's not a party game.
No.
This is not a party game. This is not a game you get out to have laughs. This is a game to burn your brain.
Maybe if you're like extremely morbid, which
I mean,
we can be sometimes.
I mean, we made some jokes.
Oh, horrible jokes.
We made some jokes, especially in scenario 2.
If anyone heard those, it would be cancel culture for us immediately.
Yeah. Other than that, it's, if you want to do something a little more serious, a little more intense, brain burny, and just solve some really cool crimes, this is definitely...
Hold on, did you say really cool? I think you meant to say heinous.
Yeah, but like well constructed.
Yes, well constructed.
Yeah. The age marker on here is 12 plus. I would go a little further. I'd say about 15, just because of the content. Yeah, I mean, when I was 12, I was watching way worse than that in movies.
Okay,
and things
yes,
like that.
PJ, I know we were watching things like The Predator. Sorry, Predator.
I was watching Predator when we were. I was 10 when I saw Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true. I mean, okay. I was probably about that age when I watched From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh,
yeah. You know.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
We grew up in a weird time.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, definitely like this is you want to beware of the content in this game when playing it with younger minds.
Right. And it is something to watch out for because those twists really do just they jump
like
out.
I wanted to take it into my tabletop club when I first bought it. And then when I did that first scenario a couple of years back, I'm like, "Oh no. Can't do that. This game's staying home. Not going in." So, yeah, other than that, though, this is fantastic game. Really well developed, designed, I should say. Let's give shout out to where it's due. I apologize for not doing it sooner. Designed by David Cicurel.
We apologize if we messed up your last name, Dave.
So, anyways.
And really quick, so as I mentioned before that you take place in the UK, the front of the box, you see a constable with his Bobby helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, that should have been a dead giveaway had I actually looked at the box before we started playing.
Well, even the scenarios in the app for this are called the London Forensics.
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't get to see all that.
No, you didn't, because
you kind of had everything set up before
Yep. So, anyways, I think that's all we have. We want to do an update on Frosthaven next week.
Oh, yes.
We started it. It was one heck of a setup for our initial thing. Now that we have our characters, we have our party made, should be a lot faster.
Oh, for those of you who are interested in our party, we are 2.5 men.
Yep, that's our party name.
I'm not Charlie Sheen. I'm not as witty or drug-addled as he.
No tiger blood for you?
No tiger blood for me.
Okay.
Besides, I'm that half man, remember?
Yeah. But I will a little bit of a spoiler. Yeah, let's do a little preview for it. So I am the Germinate class, which is a hive of insects that
pretty much
form the shape of this creature.
A humanoid creature.
And there are 2 different minis for it because I can switch between them at will.
Right. One's a distance, the other is a hand-to-hand fighter.
Yeah. And you are...
I forget.
The Blink Blade.
Blink Blade, that's what it was. They're little people. Humanoids, not people. They're little humanoids that use technology to their fullest advantage, where they can basically slow time down around themselves and make themselves super fast.
Yep.
And of course, they're all about hand-to-hand combat with knives and everything.
Yeah.
Getting in there, stabbing, and then coming back. So the really cool thing about this is we decided to be adventurous this time, and we actually went for, out of the classes available to you straight from the beginning, we went for the 2 most difficult classes.
Yeah.
So there is a learning curve to it,
That's so cool.
but it is so awesome the kinds of things that you can do.
Yeah, and something that I want to end with for a little preview for next week is for the first something I never did in Gloomhaven that I'm doing in Frosthaven is actually like role playing my character a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Where instead of killing the monster, I'm turning around and I'm going the opposite direction to collect loot because I want to open up my own shop.
Right.
So that's my personal quest is to collect as much loot as possible so I can open up my own shop and retire.
And what's really funny is we have the same goal.
Yeah, because you want to collect money.
But for different reasons.
Yeah.
You want to open your own shop. You want loot. I just want all the money I can get my grubby little paws on.
And so, I'm like, okay, you got this. I'm going to go over here. I just want to get this back here.
Can you get this guy? I'm going to go over here for a minute.
So that's a little preview of what we'll be talking about next week when we get into Frosthaven a little bit more. We will have that won't be our final Frosthaven review because this game's so big. So we'll have another mini review along with Frosthaven, though.
That's right. That's right.
So
if you heard that was the bell, that's time for us to leave.
Yep.
Penny has rung it in, and she just told us now it's time to stop.
All right, Dan. We will see you next week.
I'll be here.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Please check us out at gamesoverboard.com. Email us at gamesoboard@gmail.com. And check us out on Facebook and like and subscribe on YouTube. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you later.